Avast. We've been at sea for so long, and yet now I see it. Land ho! You there, first mate.
That's me.
Go fetch that new pirate intern we got off LinkedIn.
Here, Jimmy. The captain wants you.
Hello, Captain. I've hooked us up to U-Torrent to get a map of the location.
I knew we hired ye for a reason. Set sail for Hearthfire Tales.
Oh, I missed my room. I'm getting seasick.
Welcome back to Hearthfire Tales. Here we are, boys. Here we are.
Yay!
Nice new location. Ryan has since moved house, and we are now invading his new house with ridiculous podcast antics.
The same old shite.
Same old shite.
Tried to get away from this, and you all followed me.
It's called friendship, Ryan. Okay. It's called friendship.
I'm just trying to be as annoying as possible.
Jim is succeeding. Yeah, wow. It's been a little bit of time for us in person since we've recorded together. For you guys listening, it's been 2 weeks since the last episode, so it's pretty much the same thing for you guys.
Yeah,
basically all the same, except I'm just missing an arm now.
I mean, we don't talk about that incident. But yeah,
I don't know why I actually checked. I was like,
it's obvious, Ryan. It's at the shoulder.
Welcome back to Letwan, the land of might, magic, and Murmaider. So,
wow,
yeah,
what a show!
I've
not watched that in years.
I'm going to do a little bit of a recap. I know I would normally get you guys to roll a d20, but because it's actually been a while. And
I wouldn't be able to if I tried.
Yeah, I actually have notes. I figured let's probably just have me do it. I'll take one for the team this time, guys. But you guys are rolling it next time.
It's almost more fun when we do it, though, because
Okay, we'll do it then. Right, roll a d20.
Okay, yeah, fine.
I got a 19, so
you got 15.
Oh, I got a 12.
Okay, well,
all right,
Ryan, bring us home.
Oh yeah, golf rules. I forgot that we do that.
Your Dex mod can't save you now.
All right, so I'm not going to get into voice yet. I'm just going to give the recap because it's been a little bit. So after winning, but then not being given the win at the Battle of the Bands, which
Very
is
upsetting.
Bullshit. Anyway, we won the Battle of the Bands. We didn't. But then we went into town to try and get some nice little things. Sid got a book of how to make some potions and what plants are and shit like that.
What plants are?
What plants are? Yeah, that's why he needs to read it. Maybe I do. Sid knows a bit more than me. Jim got the most basic sword in existence.
It was magnificent. Elaborately decorated
standard
with
issue city guard sword.
Issue sword.
So good. There were many like it, but this one is mine.
So we got onto a boat after. Well, sorry, I jumped a little bit ahead there. We then went on to meet. What is her name?
So Michaela from Bulwark. Yeah.
Michaela kind of hired us on, signed us on to our first label, I suppose, and sent us off on a quest we met a nice person named Melody who got onto our ship with us, our boat. And we have gone off to a place called Stone's Reach. That's where we're headed to. But we got on a ship or on a boat to go to a place called Hogsden.
Nope. Still not what it's called. It's Hovden.
It's Hogsden. But we're supposed to go on foot to meet a dude named Johnny and do caravan duty for him. But we got attacked by some mermaids on the way.
Yes. I mean, that was pretty much it. I'm actually surprised, to be fair.
That was good. I'm refreshed. I'm reinvigorated.
For you that listened 2 weeks ago, you're probably like, yeah, we know.
Yeah. But this is so our players actually know what they're doing. So
there was a lot of Murmaider, wasn't there?
There was, much Murmaider.
We leveled up. That's probably important to note. I suppose one thing to note, just for those, this is maybe what you would call like a jumping in point or whatever, and probably important to note that I am playing a character named Sid. That is a ranger, and I've just taken a level in rogue, but I'm also playing an unearthed arcana ranger, so if things sound a bit weird for what I do, that is why.
Yeah, I don't actually know if that's still like a legal choice anymore since like Tasha's and everything, but we're sticking with it because we
That's
like
what
to do
we- yeah.
rules. Yeah, so
And Tasha's is quite different from the UA one.
I mean,
so
I'm playing a homebrew class anyway, so
Yeah.
yeah.
we like to do things different here, so that makes sense. Okay. Well, thank you for that recap, Ryan. So, Mia, the dwarven captain of the ship that had brought you to Hovden and, rowed you in a completely normal-sized boat to the village docks, has kind of rowed back to her ship. You're all kind of, managing to catch your breath after beating back these kind of weird, mysterious lizard-like humanoids that you've never seen and that have just assaulted you and tried to drag you into the depths below. And, Melody is kind of looking a bit worried. They've put on a good face, but they keep glancing at the water nervously. And they're like, oh, I've never seen anything like this before or even heard about it. What are those things? Some sort of, like, aquatic dragonborn? What is that? Seeing you as a keeper, Sid kind of looks to you for a bit of like, have you any idea what this is?
Whoa, these are weird. They kind of look like a mutation between like two different things. Like, okay, let me pull out the book. We need to index this here. So if we start at humanoid and then we flip on across and we get to aquatic, you can see that this is what they're supposed to look like. But see, they have these extra mutations. They're not supposed to have these extra fins here, and like they shouldn't have been that shade of gray. Like this is all just quite strange. And the fact that they came up and started actually, touching people, like that's not what they normally do. Normally they stay in their habitat and don't do anything like that. So this is just crazy. I need to start drawing it. I need you to leave me alone. I need to start drawing this, okay?
Okay. Con, he always get like that?
Oh, I was very passionate about it. If it helps, I've been calling them spish, splishy, splashies, better smashies.
I mean, I feel that that's going to have a good musical ring to it, and I'm sure I can get that into a song.
That sounds good to me. All right,
Excellent.
But he's passionate about his work with the wee monster manual he's made there, and as Con looks over at Sid doing another one of his drawings, he can't help but smile at like how absolutely incredible the character is on the little thing he's drawn. But again, it is exactly what your 2-year-old would draw and you would ashamedly put on your shelf.
By the way, I drew this one holding the trident. Did one of them hold a trident?
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure? Because it would be really cool if they did.
I mean, they might have.
Well, I mean, I suppose I could remember it that way if I tried very hard.
Oh, fine, I'll scratch out the trident. We need to be accurate. Ugh.
Well, I mean, I'm definitely going to put the trident in my songs, I think.
Whoa!
One of them had
Whoa!
a sickle.
Sickle?
Oh, aye. A vicious sickle.
Like a bicycle?
Yeah. But a vicious bicycle.
A fish on a bike?
Yes,
give
a
me,
vicious bicycle
just give me
sickle.
a straight intelligence checks to see if you guys had kind of like remembered what weapons and stuff, or be able to identify the types of weapons that they were using. 15 and
9. Well, yeah, 9.
you notice Khan noticed that a lot of them were attacking with kind of just like elongated claws and like teeth and stuff like that. You do notice that, we kind of cast your mind back, so to speak. I'm not sure if I said this in the battle, but this is canon now. They were attacking, but they had like small knives and like nets and things like that that you would recognize as like fishermen's implements.
All right. Well, actually, now that I sit down and legitimately think about it, I do think they were very nautical themed in their armaments. So, little nets and knives, and one of them had a seashell's eye patch, like a little pirate, but with a seashell. If that helps you draw.
So, I think what we should call this aberration is
Splishy, splashy, better smashy.
fish monster.
Oh my god.
Oh. It just unified with my character, and we both had an accurate response.
Yeah.
It's like fishmonger, because he said they're like fishermen. God, I don't know who I'm talking about when I said he there. But they were like fishermen, like fishmongers. They're monsters.
It's
Get
not,
it?
Yeah, the explaining it isn't the issue.
Now, do you think these should be primarily indexed under aquatic or humanoid?
With a 16, would I remember if they were more fish or man?
They were definitely more. They were.
You could call them fish or
They were
man.
like roughly like human sized and proportioned, but like their characteristics were very, very much fish. Like they had
I
gills,
don't remember the
they
light
had
of intelligence
fins,
behind their eyes. I'd say they're definitely.
and they were
Fish
quite
first.
feral.
Fish first. All right.
Can I just before I know the boat is pulling away, but can I say that before the boat pulled away, I just want to gather up some fish fingers.
You had kind of knocked them all back into the lake, so there are
I
no
was fighting
fish.
them with a big sword though, so I might have skewed off some fish fingers. Can I roll?
You can roll on a. I'm gonna say on a 16 plus. You have some fish fingers.
Oh, 15. I think I see a fish finger, but it's just a fish.
Yeah.
I'm massively disappointed.
Could we get some fish sticks?
No, cutting that out.
Not
Do you like fish sticks?
Of course, I love fish sticks.
Do you like fish sticks in or around your mouth?
Yes. So where else would you put them?
We won't continue. Why did we go back to this podcast?
Yeah, that was. I mean, also, why are we taking up a joke from literally 1999? Like.
Because that's what we need to party like.
Oh god.
Okay. You are in this fishing village.
Let's just cut that whole part out.
Yeah.
It is surprisingly quiet. It is like mid-morning. You would expect, although it's a small like fishing village, you would expect there to be, a bit of like hustle and bustle of people going about their day. You do not see anyone. Give me perception checks.
Hold on, I'll remove my character. 14.
23.
23. Yeah, so Con, you don't really notice anything. Obviously, you notice that there's nothing around, that it's very quiet and stuff. You don't notice anything kind of unusual from that. With 23, however, Sid and, kind of Fink is, sniffing around and stuff. You kind of realize that, it looks like a lot of these ships haven't been kept here long. You see that there's kind of like some barrels of fish that haven't begun to rot yet. You're not, what's noticeable is that you're not getting the smell of like rotten fish or rotten meat or kind of food spoilage and things like that. So you're kind of able to piece together that, whatever has happened here has probably only happened in the last day and a half at most, to kind of cause this village to be deserted. And furthermore, with a 23, you start kind of walking around to try and figure out what the fuck's going on here, and you're kind of walking through the village. It's fairly ramshackle. Like there's nothing ornate or well off about this village at all, and you hear this kind of like weird like clawing and like munching noise coming from kind of just behind a house.
There's a creeper being creepy behind the house.
Well, hold on, maybe we need to be a little careful because this place is a bit of a shithole. And in my experience, a village with very few people in it is a village that may potentially be a bit dangerous. So,
how is Fink reacting to the smell and sound of this?
No, Fink doesn't seem to be kind of horrified. He's more kind of just letting you know that hey, something is here, and he's alerted you to the fact that you can kind of hear this like scratching and clawing and kind of like a munching noise coming from behind this building over here.
Okay, I'm going to turn to Fink and I'll be like, Fink, on me. And Fink will know to go like kind of in between my legs, kind of like in a military type thing. Where,
Okay, yeah.
When I walk, he walks with me. And what I would like to do is just kind of stealthily like sneak around, probably from the far side of the building, like
Sure.
whichever way I feel like is furthest away from the noise, to kind of peek around and see.
Yeah, give me a stealth check. Is Con holding back, or is Con gonna?
I would like to do it just.
no, yeah, I'll hold back. I'm in armor.
Full clank,
and shit,
yeah.
So, yeah.
So that would 21.
Oh, yeah, 21. You sneak around. You kind of identify the best way to go, kind of circle this building. With a 21, you manage to kind of half by luck, half by experience, and kind of judging the sound and how it's echoing through the village. You come at this from behind, and you see two of these figures. They're not quite as aquatic as the ones that attacked you in the water. They are, more human-esque, but they still have that kind of like discolored skin, some fins, but they don't seem to have gills, and they are clawing and eating at a dead body.
Ooh.
What do you do?
I honestly would like to maybe if there's like bush or something like that, kind of go into it and just begin studying them as best as I can, just to see if I can.
With a 21 stealth, you can do that for sure. Yeah,
and I would like to send Fink back to get caught.
Okay,
because this seems like something we probably should deal with. But
probably, yeah.
And maybe not just the two of us on our own.
Yeah. Con, you see Fink rush up towards you. He kind of just starts, doing that dog point thing towards towards there. But like, he sees you kind of about to like go forward, and he kind of tries to stop you, like starts getting in front of your legs and things like that.
Well, I'm getting mixed signals here, Fink. What are you looking for?
Comically sneaking, like he's trying to do.
He's doing like the Scooby-Doo sneak.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
You see Fink gets real close to the ground.
Okay, so I get real close to the ground.
Okay,
First off, before I follow, where is Melody?
Melody's just hanging out with you. So she's kind of like, just there, kind of, also looking a bit worried. They're kind of, very much just like waiting for you to kind of give the call. And you guys kind of know from, your discussions with them on the ship across that, like, they will help in a pinch. And on the fight in the boat, they had, decent rapier skills, but they're not there to fight. They're there to chronicle and stuff like that, but they can help, but they're not going to go rush into danger.
For sure. I'm just going to turn to them then and say, hey, listen, stay here out in the open, out in the middle of Main Street. I'm going to go with the wee rat, check this out, make sure the young lad's all right, and then we'll be back. Let out a yell or follow the direction I went if anything happens, all right?
Okay, and same to you. If you need help, give me a shout, or I'll come.
All right, for sure. Thank you very much. And then
as Khan is approaching me, I'm going to try and signal to him. So I'm going to take out an arrow, and I'm going to set it like on the ground, so he sees that I'm setting, like pointing in the direction of it, and then I'm going to like put two fingers down, like I'm like that there's like I'm playing baseball or something.
Okay, sure.
So I'm signaling two, and then I've got the arrow there, saying that. Trying to signal.
Sure, Khan will understand.
You're saying
or see you.
These are like
so well. For
these are ranger.
These are Sid and Fink's like shared experiences where they understand everything, and you're just trying to get them across to Khan. Give me just a straight charisma check to see can you like get this message across to him.
Yeah, because he's far away from me.
He is.
I love how low that is. That's great. It's a 9.
Okay,
maybe. Actually do it with your pen there, and I'll see if I can fathom out what.
I think we've done it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Give me a stealth check. I'm going to say the DC is fairly low because you can see.
Well, Khan would know that something's up. He would know that if Sid hasn't come out of stealth yet.
Give me a stealth check with advantage. I don't know if you have disadvantage because of your heavy armor or anything first.
They were both quite high.
Yeah, they were very good.
Okay.
Where's my sticks?
Did you get over a 14?
18.
Oh
16.
yeah, perfect. You're able to kind of creep up to where Sid is in the bushes. These things are still kind of like eating away. They
so have I seen these things yet? He was able to gesture.
Yeah, you fully see them. They're not trying to ambush you or anything. They're just like feasting, basically.
Right. So from my travels fighting monsters, would I recognize these things?
You don't recognize these things, but you would recognize them as being
like awful aberrations.
Yeah, like
All
they,
right.
like as I said, they are very reminiscent of the ones that attacked you on the boat, like, and they are openly feasting on a dead body. I don't know how much more I can say to this. These are nasty.
Bad
Yeah.
guys.
So
I'm gonna.
So since he's come all the way to me, I'm kind of like, okay, whatever, but I'm still not saying anything to him. But I'm gonna point to Fink, and I'm going to make a circle symbol with
Okay.
my hand,
Sure.
pointing at them with one. I've got the arrow on the ground, so
Yeah.
he sees that, and I'm gonna circle with the other hand, kind of saying,
Take it from the other side. Yeah,
Yep.
Fink rushes off back towards you came. Melody kind of sees Fink rushing around the building to kind of encompass him from the other side. And yeah, I think they'll stay there. They'll stay there though.
All right.
Yeah. So and then you kind of give me a stealth roll for Fink. It's going to be slightly higher because this is now kind of approaching where they're facing. They're still distracted. But I'm going to say DC 16.
gets an 8.
So he goes over, and not for lack of trying, and he is moving very stealthily, but something in like the wind shifts and carries this awful stench of Fink towards these awful creatures, and they like look towards him and start charging toward him. What do you do?
Oh, I'm gonna absolutely take a shot at him.
Roll an attack roll.
Well, I'm going to first do Hunter's Mark.
Sure.
on them.
Yeah.
So going to do a Hunter's Mark on them, and then I'm going to take a shot at them.
Go for it. What's Con doing?
I was going to leap in and just attack the two of them, but I don't want to get in the way of your shot either. So
This is simultaneous. We're not going to roll our initiative. We're just going to see what you guys are doing, and so you're pelting off towards it. Sid is taking a shot. Same time, if you want to run in, we'll do your attack first, and then Con can run in with his attack, and then tell me what Fink is doing.
Cool. Well, Fink, of course, seeing them go there, and he's already ready to attack.
Sure. Yeah.
So he would have been very much in a mood that he knows this is going to happen. So
Yeah.
he's very ready to.
Cool. Give me an attack roll for Fink as he rushes in and starts.
So I'm doing Sid first then.
Your choice. Let me know what you want.
I'm going to do Sid first.
Cool.
So Hunter's Mark on one of them.
Yep.
Then I will get advantage on that attack.
Yep.
So I'm guessing a 17 plus 7.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So 24, and then because it's got Hunter's Mark and it's got sneak attack on it, so that is a 1d8 plus 2d6.
Yeah, nice. Roll it up.
So that is 18 damage.
Your arrow goes right through the neck of the lead one.
Nice. And so then I suppose with one of them down, that's going to have Fink pretty, feeling pretty good.
Mhm.
So he's going to take a dive at.
Yep. Fink rushes in and kind of, ready for action, rushes in, attacks. What's he get?
17.
17 hits. Roll the damage.
6 points of damage.
He rushes in, claws at him, but it's still kind of like shambling, and you see it about to reach.
I need it to make a DC 11 strength saving throw.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that ability for Fink. That is nice. It passes. Okay. Con is running in. It's going to happen at about the same time as this is calling down at Fink now, so make your attack roll, and this will attack Fink.
oh god, that's a 2.
2 does not hit.
Do I get an advantage on it though because it's engaged with Fink? They had turned away to look at Fink. Right?
I'll say you're flanking it.
That's much better.
That is a 21.
21 definitely hits.
Yeah.
And 19 hits Fink, I'm assuming. Fink takes 7 points of damage.
That is 6 and 8 points of damage.
Yeah,
Long
that
sword.
mix. So you kind of, as this kind of like weird mutated half fish monster claws into Fink kind of takes the hit, reaches, claws and bites at him. At the same time, you rush behind him, finish him off with your sword,
Nice.
and it goes down.
A proper backstab.
Yeah, you give nice Elden Ring's backstab, and it goes down. You hear then from the building that you're behind and you've been circling, some voices coming from inside it. Can't quite make out what's being said. They're very muffled, but you are hearing, they don't quite sound feral. They kind of
Like
seem...
his speech pattern to me.
Yes.
All right.
You can give me perception checks to try to figure out what it is, or you can do whatever you want
Well, I
with that
think I'm just going to
information.
knock on the window.
Yeah, sure.
Be like, all right, are we all human in there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, give me a perception check. 17. You kind of like give a knock. You don't hear it. You actually hear the voices stop for a second. You press your ear against the window and the walls of it, and you hear this like really labored breathing noise coming from inside. Like,
Are you all right in there? Can you speak? Speak to me.
and you hear what you assume is a different voice coming from inside saying, "Who's there?"
My name is Con Greystone. I'm here with a young lad called Fink, called Sid. We're here to help. Can you open up the door?
Give me a persuasion check.
17.
17.
I would just like to note, Fink and Sid have moved, completely positioned with the bow pulled like right toward the doorway.
Sure.
Like,
Yep.
I'd like to say gesture and just very quickly be like to Sid, be like, just make sure they can't see the rat when we open the door. They're going to think we're monsters.
yeah, I suppose Fink would still be in, on me mode at that point. So after
Sure,
that, he would
yeah.
have pulled. He's probably. I'm basically like sitting on top of him, that hunch type thing. Like,
Okay, yeah,
you'll
yeah.
see like guys in the military do with like their
Had like a sniper set
yeah,
up
yeah.
with Fink
So
as
he's
your
like right
spotter.
underneath me. Yeah.
Yeah, you see that the door opens, and you both see one of these half-mutated fishmen open it up. Their skin, pallid and kind of looks a bit slimy. There is, the beginnings of fins. It looks like, if what had attacked you in the water was like the final form, this is like maybe 20-25% of the way there. It looks like something has affected him, but maybe hasn't fully taken over. And he kind of sees you. He sees that the bow drawn, kind of sees you still with your sword out, and goes like, "Oh, what? Please don't kill us. What happened? Who are you? Why are you here?"
There's just travelers passing through, and I've got the sword fully. I've got him on point at this point
Sure.
with the sword. And be like, "What's the crack? Why are you a fishman?"
Give me an insight check.
Can I use my ability? Can I see if something's not quite right?
You can use your... Yes, so we're... I think we've mentioned this before, but we're using a homebrewed Oath of Self Paladin class for Con. So this is kind of replacing his Divine Sense. It's more kind of like to get a bad feeling about a situation.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, so you can use that to have advantage on insight. Yeah.
Need it? Yeah, so insight, it's 19.
19. You kind of, you have your sword pointed, at his chest, and he's pulling back from it. He looks terrified.
So I can see
honestly,
fear in his eyes.
fear is in his
That's
eyes.
an emotion in his eyes.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna say to him very calmly, "Tell me what's after happening to you. Were you always like this?"
No, come in. I don't know if there's more things. And he kind of, looks back and he sees that you've kind of killed these other two monsters. Like, there's something else bigger out here. Come in, quick, come in and stay quiet.
All right. So I'm gonna look in the door before I come in. Do I see anything in there?
You see a female figure. No role required. You've kind of seen a few of these different monsters, I guess, for want of a better word. She seems a little bit further gone. And you realize that this is where the heavy breathing was coming from. She's kind of in a chair, blankets wrapped around her, but you see gills on the side of her throat and neck, and she's like this like rasping, wheezing, as if both gills and lungs are trying to work at the same time, and they're not getting they're not, actively working to her physiology.
All right. I'm gonna.
And with that 19 insight, she does not look like a threat either.
She doesn't look like a threat.
No.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna gesture to Sid and give you one of these, like, follow me, but don't get too close.
I'm
Glances.
going to walk forward and say, think on a con.
Oh,
And
nice.
Think is going to dart from me and go like in between your legs, basically, which probably a little bit difficult for you to be used to. And I'm going to turn my back to you and walk backwards toward it, but keep my eye like scanning, bullets and everything around. Like,
Sure.
like that.
Yeah, give me.
I'm not going to go into the building.
Give me a perception check.
So that's a 19.
It still seems quite serene and quiet, like oddly quiet. But there's nothing actively
Are
waiting.
there any
to
birds
ambush you.
making any noise?
There are no birds making any noise.
I don't like that. Okay, yeah, I'm staying outside. I'm staying on point.
All right. Well, I don't like what I see in here, so I'm gonna step in the door and I'm gonna say, all right, look, stand over there for me. Stand the opposite corner to her and tell me calmly what's happened here. We'll see if we can help you.
The man kind of nods, still kind of looking fearful. Goes into the corner, but kind of looks at the woman, kind of for guidance, and she kind of speaks up, and she's like, the ritual didn't work. Every year, and like you see, like the man kind of tries to like step in, and she kind of puts up her hands,
I
like
put my hand up as well.
yeah, she's like, no, like I want to. She's like, I want to get. She's like, each year we do a ritual to bless the waters for plentiful fishing. This year, it didn't work. Something went wrong. We've done this ritual for decades in this village. And then this kid came true. He said, well, if you're going to do a ritual for the land, then the land should be part of the ritual, so we could get better power and empower it and have a better result for it. But something went terribly wrong. We lost control. There was too much power. We couldn't handle it. And people started to transform, go feral, slaughtering everyone. This is only 2 days ago.
And all right, how long ago did those two outside turn?
We've been boarded up in here. We've tried to stay away. We don't want any of this. Please, just leave us.
Tough decision time. I don't think there's anything I can do for you. I'm so sorry. I really am so very sorry, but I personally don't have the capacity to undo some kind of curse. Tell me more about the ritual. Is it something that you yourself cast? Who cast the ritual?
It was me, and you look around now and you kind of, in comparison to the other buildings that you've kind of seen in this village, this one is a little bit more well-to-do, and Sid, from kind of being outside it now, kind of really taking stock of everything that's going on. You see there are a lot of like religious symbols. There's like herbs, and this is very much kind of like the village wisdom type.
Ooh,
hut.
I can recognize what the herbs are, maybe.
If you want to give me a nature check, yeah, sure.
Well, I don't know how impertinent it is. I was just excited about my book.
Hibiscus. Cool.
Yeah, no, give me a nature check.
All right. 15.
Cool. And actually, because if you have the Savage Garden by Kate Bush, you can, if you're trying to identify like herbs and things like that, you can do do these with advantage if you want to roll again.
I think I should. I won't, because I think I should actively be watching instead of pulling my book out and.
Fine.
You're just like feet up reading a book about flowers.
Like, Sid and Pink have gone into actual work mode now.
Sure.
So,
you do find, or you kind of recognize just general, you maybe don't know the specific, subspecies and things like that, but you recognize a lot of plants for different medicinal properties. And inside, you give me a religion check, Con.
Straight true.
Your religious training and education was primarily martial based. With the 3, you still kind of know basics of other religions, but you're not quite sure. But you do kind of look around. You see a lot of kind of like effigies and idols and icons of different nature goddesses and gods and things like that. What their uses for you can't fathom, but you kind of just see various nature gods. And she continues. So you'd ask her, is this something that you do? And she's like, yes, I was the one. Each year, I personally performed a ritual. It, mostly it's symbolic, but there is some blessings that have been granted to us, and we've been, quite lucky in the village. But this year it just didn't go as planned.
Yeah, well, that's very often the way with religion, but I'm not here to impose my own beliefs on you. Look, I'm going to level with you. I don't think I have the capacity to help you, and I don't think my friends outside have the capacity to help you.
Is the door open? Like, is Sid able to hear this thing?
I would say so, yeah. Unless you close the door, but like you kind of.
I specifically asked Sid to cover the door,
Yeah.
so yeah.
So
doors
I
open.
would.
You've been able to hear all this.
I'm going to lean back and go ask about the kid.
Run it through me. Exactly what happened. Tell me about this kid. Tell me about your ritual.
He came in and he said that the land can help. There's power in the land, and what we're doing is fine, but it could be more. And he wanted to give us some notes on what the ritual could be and could look like, and how we can draw for more than just the gods and have that nature's blessing, actually have the blessing of the power of.
Tell me exactly what happened. What did he look like, and also what does your ritual entail?
She gives you a description, and Sid, as you're listening to this, it's your I guess rival Axel.
Oh, it's what? Yeah, I'm.
He had this. He had a big tome that he was referencing all the time. He had a pet falcon and this stupid-looking red bandana.
Yeah, I come out of work mode and I kind of like briefly pull back in. And I go, what? Well, it was Axel. What was he doing here? What? Why? He was trying to tell you how to do rituals? What? Did you kick him in the face? Like,
no, he'd said that there's, he'd been studying, how different areas of the land have different magical properties, and he said that he could, maybe help us unlock this and give us greater prosperity in the area.
what? What an idiot! So that's what he's studying is magic? Like,
I this is like, and she walked you through like the basics of the rituals, and you would recognize it as she said, more just kind of ceremonial in terms of offering like herbal sacrifices, like nothing like of dark arcane or anything like that. Very much nature based. About just seeking blessings from Laura, Avandra, the goddess of change, things like this.
where's the idiot at now? Did he turn into a fish?
No, he just left.
Typical.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go back into work mode and step back out there. Just
So I'm looking at these two. She's very far gone, and he's on his way, just not as far along.
Give me, because you're kind of, I've both come in. One of you can give me either a nature or a medicine check with advantage, to kind of figure out. You're trying to kind of figure out, if these guys are close to dying, or what are you trying to figure out exactly?
I just want to see how long we have before they
like turn
completely.
You give
Yeah.
me a medicine check.
15.
Grand. Cool. You kind of piecing everything together, what you've seen around the town. You've also seen, like, you know, you don't think that these guys are actively turning. And as she's describing the ritual, she describes how basically as it happened, energy had like erupted from the site of the ritual and like spread across the village. And that it's not a case of, it doesn't seem to be a case that people are now, because they've been exposed to whatever this ritual was, are now slowly turning. It's like whatever mutation happened and happened straight away, and some people have been taken more than others. It's not like a sliding scale.
Okay.
The mutation itself is a sliding scale, but it's a fixed place on that scale, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So they're not like getting worse. Gotcha.
No. Yeah.
Okay, grand. That makes this some far less grim conversation. All right. Where do you perform this ritual?
Here in my house.
Right here. Okay. I want to pop my head out and be like, Sid, would you mind going and getting Melody for us very quickly?
All right.
Do we want to send Fink like you did for me?
Are you? What? Because I didn't do the medicine check. So, are you like 100% sure that they're okay? Are you safe?
I don't think they're going to change anytime soon. Seems like this is what they've been landed with.
All right.
Sorry, just to the ones outside. I know you said you've battened yourself up, but did people immediately turn to it and go feral?
Immediately. That's why we sorry. Yeah, she, you know, tries to speak and kind of coughs up a bit, and the man kind of steps in. He's like, yeah, we, you know, everything went to shit. We just barred our doors and stayed inside, but we heard. You guys were the first noise that we've heard today, but there's something else stomping around, but everything went. People went feral instantly, started ripping people apart.
All right, so you haven't felt yourself declining in any way, no?
No, we've been the same. I'm not sure how much longer my wife might survive, but
all right, yeah.
Bring Melody into the house now.
Absolutely. If there's something stomping around, go get Melody.
As you say that, you hear a scream from Melody.
Fuck.
We better run out then.
Think now.
Is there a front door we can just get out the house? To get
we will
straight
determine
out
that in an initiative roll.
So 17 for me, 9 for Fink.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was on a 9 as well.
9. Okay, so we have first jumping into action. Hearing the scream from Melody is Sid.
Yes. So I mean, I'm gonna sprint toward the scream. Like
no check necessary. You know where Melody is. You rush towards them. You see this huge crab monster, for the want of a better word,
Like a crab lante?
Not so much a crabalante as more like Elden Ring. This kind of one of those giant crabs with the giant pincers. Kind of it's like a mix between a giant crab and a giant lobster looking thing.
Is there a sign on the ground that says time for crab?
It does not have a time for crab sign. No, your 23 perception would have gotten that earlier.
Okay. But yeah, so I suppose, since you were kind of saying that I can, are you still saying I can transfer my hunter's mark then?
Yeah, I think
since
that's
it's not
probably,
been too long.
You've been on guard since killing those things, so I think it's fair to say that your concentration is still up on it.
Cool. So then my bonus action, then I'm gonna transfer my hunter's mark, and yeah, I mean if there's a crab lante holding
there's not
holding Melody, holding Melody there, then I'm gonna be
yeah, Melody's in it, massive pincers.
I'm gonna be did you ask for consent before touching? And then I'm
the crab makes some sort of weird crab noise.
Does it tell me that I look like a businessman already sick of the daily grind?
That's what it said. I heard it.
Yeah, I heard it. So yeah, I'm just gonna take a shot at it. It's a little crab
Yeah, shoot its crab face.
Yeah, crab face.
Yeah, make an attack roll then.
Well,
okay.
I suppose, do I have time, in this? Because I'm going to drop down into like a sniping, position,
Sure,
like down
yeah.
on one knee. Is there an area of it that looks softer? Like white
it's a crab.
flesh?
It's got like a soft underbelly. It's got that hard, like kind of crab shell chitin around
So
the
if
side.
I'm guessing it's raised up holding her. Since it's raised up
Yeah.
holding her and it's pincer, then I'm going to shoot, towards face to try and get,
Sure.
like...
Yeah. Roll an attack. We'll see what the outcome is.
I have advantage on my attack, so...
Cool.
So that's a 19.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, hits.
Cool. So that's 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. You aim for like the soft underbelly, but it's like kind of like thrashing around a bit, and it hits off like the hard shell.
Oh, I know. It knows how to crab duck.
Next up in joint initiative, we have Fink and Con.
All right. Well,
Together.
let the way right. Oh, we can go together, right?
Together!
Together, yeah, sure, go together.
Okay, I burst out.
Well, I said that, he was taking point on you.
Yeah, he's my attack rat at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, so literally, you like, maybe you're like a bit like worried about this, and so I just kind of yell over to you, just run normal, he's okay.
I tried to run normal, but overthink it, fall out the door, get up, trip over him, dust myself up, and be like, oh shit, it's got Melody in its hand. And I'm going to try and strike the joint below the pincer to make it, like,
Yeah, sure.
open its hand
Yeah, give
and
me-
spasm.
Can they get to it? I suppose?
Yeah, you can get to it. It's close enough.
I
Give me an attack roll, and I'm going to say you're on head against its normal AC, and if you meet a particular damage threshold, I'll say that it drops Melody.
cool.
I'm gonna say that the damage threshold it's gonna be pretty. It's pretty. It's one of the fucking giant crab arms. So I'm gonna say it's tough. I'm gonna say if you do 16 points of damage in a turn,
right?
that's probably we'll set that threshold there.
Don't think I'm going to do 16 points of damage in a turn, but I am seeing this monster.
Well,
going to
if
feel-
they're attacking at the same time,
Of course, yeah, because I've got
Fink
it's me and
could
Fink.
dive up and try and grab the pincer and with his bite that also grapples.
It's gonna be 16 per attack. So it's
So we have to land one attack of 16 damage.
Yes.
I don't think I have the capacity to do that. No, I do.
You do.
I do. I have.
You very much have that capacity.
Well, I have 2d6 plus 3, so it would nearly have to be max damage.
Do you also have abilities from you?
I do, and I'm going to start banging out abilities now. But either way, I'm about to attack this crab.
attack the crab.
Why are you looking at me like that? To those listening at home, Dylan has taken a downright predatory stance by his microphone over there.
Look, I'm just getting character as a predatory crab. What can I say?
This better not be a case of if I don't hit the 16, it closes its claw. Okay.
We lose a character.
All right, here we go. Rolling to kill Melody on their second episode. But seeing this giant crab, I am filled with fighting spirit, and I'm going to attack with advantage.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
So this is my channel divinity as Pally.
Nice,
I
cool.
know the self paladin. So I'm going to attack the crab. I'm going to run in, sword held above my head, and just straight chop down.
Your new finally fancy sword that you've gotten.
Yeah, exactly. It's the 16 to hit.
So 16 hits the AC.
All right, so I'm gonna raise my sword up above my head, my beautiful greatsword, because greatswords are the best, adorned with eagles and all such. And I'm gonna say, time to take a stab at this crab.
Oh, God.
And I'm going to divine smite. So that is 15 plus 3. So I do it.
Yeah, you do it.
Whack that crab right on his crab wrist.
You hit that crab right on its crab wrist, and it kind of goes, and its claws open up, letting Melody fall to the ground, and it is Fink's.
So yeah, as from that underneath position, as Khan raises up to attack, Fink is actually going to dive upward and try to latch onto one of the eye stalks.
Okay, yeah, sure, go for it.
So we'll get advantage on this attack because he's right there
So
with
it is
him.
more of a lobster than a crab then.
It's a mix.
It's a crabster.
It's a crabster.
So
Yeah.
17.
17 hits. Yeah.
Okay.
I need to do a strength saving throw for it, right?
You do.
Gas. Oh my god.
Perfect.
What's the DC on it?
11.
It rolled a 9.
Perfect. So he's going to do 7 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah.
And by latching onto the eye stalk, since grappling is probably, a strange thing with it, I would like to flavor it as a bit disoriented by ripping the eye stalk off of the crab.
Okay, yeah, Grant. So we'll say it's functionally prone, so you'll have advantage on your attack rolls. But what has happened is Fink has rushed in, jumped, ratted at its eyes.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, nice. I can't believe I rolled a fucking 5. And I'm like, do I have advantage? No, I don't.
Yeah, maybe
okay.
not. Yeah, or at least hanging from the eye or
Yeah.
something like that.
It is this monster's turn. You see that it has these, kind of in the same vein of its weird eye stalks, it also has these, weird, tentacles coming from, its, what you would kind of assume is kind of its neck.
Oh, it's a crabster puss.
These kind of, skitter and flick about, and they strike out towards Melody. They're going to need to make a Constitution saving throw. I've rolled another 5.
Really doesn't like them,
And,
does it?
Melody in the midst of screaming goes limp, seemingly paralyzed by whatever toxin has been carried by this crab. It then, after suffering a huge blow from Khan, turns and tries to attack you.
And it's going to do so at disadvantage.
Because you're fighting spirit.
Because my fighting
nice.
spirit, yeah.
Okay, well the first roll was a 7, the second roll was a 14. I don't think. What's your AC?
16.
Not gonna miss. I got a 12. So yeah, that is a miss on its first attack. So it'll try to attack again.
I think it's also doing that at disadvantage.
I rolled a 2, so yes. It kind of thrashes about it effectively, kind of after being taken down by Fink, can't quite see what's going around, kind of relying just on feral senses to hit out. You're able to kind of easily get out of the way.
You see that, young? That's how you crabs can only move sideways, so you just move back and forth. It's easy.
It is Melody's turn. They're going to try and save against this, whatever this poison is. They do not. They are still kind of unconscious now on the ground, have fallen down. Back to the top of the initiative, it is Sid.
Okay. Still feeling pretty good. I'm gonna, pull another arrow out. I'm maybe gonna, scooch forward a bit, still in my on one knee position, but still with that hunter's mark on it there. And I'm gonna, I suppose just take another shot at it. Try and if it's got tentacle things and all that coming out of it, maybe has exposed a bit more fleshy stuff, and I'm gonna try and
Sure, yeah, you definitely see that kind of that underbelly and kind of throat and face area is definitely it's kind of what you would determine as being a weak spot or so.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, nice.
cool. So that was a 26 to hit.
26 definitely hits.
Yeah, I would hope so. And as far as damage, I'll get my sneak attack on there as well.
Yeah.
And just to note, I suppose crustaceans can be beasts as well.
Yeah.
This one's certainly a beast.
I don't think D&D subclassifies beasts and crustaceans and things like that.
I think it's technically a cephalopod.
Well,
Sure.
in that case,
Wildly
in
I think a
probably.
cephalopod is an octopus, which is
It
big.
is.
Yeah.
Because it's got tentacles. Oh, sorry, just everyone at home. How many tickles does it take to make an
Oh my
octopus
God.
laugh?
Tentacles. I really hope that doesn't come out in the recording. What damage have you done?
I did a little bit better this time.
Okay.
I did 17 points of damage.
17. Woo!
It's a 4, 6, 2 plus 3 plus 2.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you finally kind of, it kind of be trashing around a semi kind of predictable pattern, and you're able to time a shot perfectly. Hits right into its soft underbelly, doing a fair bit of damage. It is not looking too healthy. It is Con and Fink.
All right. The wee rat's listening to me now, is it?
You can instruct him. Yeah.
A wee rat, go get the other eye stalk. Get the other eye stalk.
Fink.
And while he's doing that, I'm gonna try and lift Melody.
Yep.
Out of the way.
Sure.
So when I'm going to crouch down, pick her up, and as I do, I feel something happening.
Okay.
Again, I feel that same warmth I felt in the pub in my stomach that time, and as I'm saying,
Well, are you pissing your pants again?
oh, I am very old. I'm going to say, I've lost track of myself completely.
I think you're trying to use your lay on hands ability.
I was, but I had a very nice role-play moment for it, and it's gone completely out of my head. So I'm going to use lay on hands.
Yeah. Okay. So you're using 5 points just to heal the poison.
To heal the poison out of it. Yeah.
Great. Melody's eyes kind of come back. She's like, oh, thanks, Con. Oh, it's still there.
It's still very much there.
So that is your action then.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you retreating?
Yeah,
with
I'm
them,
so sorry.
or-
As I'm doing this, I'm pulling them as far back as my movement will
Sure,
allow.
you're going to take an attack of opportunity. No longer disadvantage because your fighting spirit has. Oh my god! I'm scrapping this dice. It misses because I can only roll 5s for some reason.
So glad it misses because now I'm going to hit it a riposte.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, perfect.
So as I see this claw coming, and I throw Melody down, roll under the claw myself, and as I come up, I'm going to sweep the great sword out of it
Nice.
again.
Yeah, great.
Oh yeah, 24.
24. Yeah, 100% hits.
Right, I don't have my smite this time. I'm not going to divine smite. 7, 8,
Don't
9.
forget you add your
My
superiority dice onto that, so another d6.
That is 16 points of damage on the crab hammer.
Guys, I forgot how much you guys actually can pump out damage wise. I'm gonna say with 2 over 16s against that one claw that's attacking, you full on lock that claw off.
Oh, I do.
Giving you the perfect opportunity to kind of retreat with Melody, heal them up, and then it is Fink's turn. Fink was rolling for the other eyes, I think Con had said. Unless Sid is overruling this.
It's absolutely all right for them not to listen to me.
No, since he's down on the ground, he is going to use the arrow that is there to launch up into the air and try and, that's sticking out of the thing's face.
Okay.
He's going to use that arrow to try and launch up and grab the other eye stalk and
Nice,
rip
yeah,
that
great.
one out.
Give me an attack
Nice.
roll. Actually, you should have made yours with advantage because it's technically prone, but
Doesn't matter.
go for it. Doesn't matter. Did the job anyway.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah, 21 hits. Doesn't fail at saving throw this time, thank God.
Oh, so we're just going to be swinging from the ice. So that is 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. It's not looking great. It is not looking great.
And guess who's going?
It is going next. It's kind of it lets out this terrible noise. With one of its.
said the last time.
It's a cephalopod, a few words. With its one remaining claw, it starts lashing out. I think really Fink is the only thing that's in range, so it will try to grapple at Fink. That's a 3 on the dice on its first attack, and a 14 on the dice, so that's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that one hits.
That one hits, and it does. Ooh, baby, 14 points of damage to Fink. And you see that Fink is grappled in its claws now, and the tentacles again come out for Fink. So Fink needs to make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. He passes.
Passes, great. You kind of see Fink going a little bit quiet for a sec, but then kind of shakes himself out of it. He's eaten worse things out of the trash. He's got a good immune system.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
can handle it well. It is Melody's turn. Melody, kind of seeing Fink injured, will call out a healing word to him. Fink will get back 7 points of. We'll take 7 points of healing. And then I think, kind of looking at Con, I'll break the rules and use 2 bonus actions here, will inspire you. So you have Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, darn.
So you have a d6
Very good.
to use. Okay. Put off this other thing and let's get the fuck out of here.
That is exactly my plan.
And then it is up to you.
It's up to me.
No, sorry. It's
No,
up
it's
to
up to-
it's up to. It's
A
up
very,
to
very
Sea
angry
Boy.
Sid seeing this happening is going to basically sprint forward and fire, arrows into this thing's face as hard as he possibly can.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll see how this goes. So that's a 15.
15 does not hit.
Okay.
You're kind of like eyes, kind of blinded at range. You rush forward, but it's kind of turned around now, distracted by Con's retreat and retrieval of Melody. Pings harmlessly off its hard chitinous shell.
Do you not one have advantage all the time, and then 2, is it not prone? Can you not take a shot again?
Well, why would I have advantage?
It's not prone anymore.
But pack tactics.
Oh, Sid or Fink has pack tactics.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say that Fink, no, he's not. Fink isn't paralyzed. He's just grappled. So yeah, you have advantage.
Why would I have advantage when he has pack tactics? I don't have pack
Oh,
tactics.
sorry. Yes, no, you
I'm
don't.
not a wolf.
No, yeah, and you're not flanking.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
Sauce. Okay, Con, you are up. It is looking rough,
Absolutely. So I'm going to
and you have your inspiration still.
yeah, happy days. I am going to run in, and basically I'm going to try and just get in under the claw that has Fink, and again, big hewing cut upwards onto the weak point of its.
Okay, you're trying to.
I am
cut,
envisioning this thing as a giant crabby, just so you know. So I'm going for
it's
the.
more like Kingler than Krabby. But
Okay, yeah, same thing. I'm going for.
But yeah, it has one of those like ridiculously oversized, like if a crab was an arm wrestler and just had like a real big arm.
Yeah, for sure. And I am going to cut that big crab arm.
Yeah, go for it.
Right the hell
Again, damage threshold 16.
16, perfect. And then Kesht, do I have pack tactics because I'm next?
No,
No, it's just Fink.
no, just Fink. Yeah.
Okay.
You
cool,
are
cool,
not a
cool,
wolf.
cool.
And I'm not gonna. You're not flanking him either because he's not in a position to be
like
like
a wolf.
threatening.
Oh, 24.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice. Okay, and I am going to roll up. And I'm going to do a Divine Smite as well. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so that is 6, 8, 11 points of damage on the arm.
11 points of damage is not enough to weaken it, but you properly slash at it. It has these arrows kind of from previously sticking out of its chest. It is looking incredibly weak. It's Fink's turn.
Yeah. Well, Fink is in the claw, right?
Fink is in the claw. He is grappled. He can still attack. He just can't move.
Oh, well, you see, in all the time that we've been in town, we get all kinds of delicacies from other towns and stuff,
Sure.
from Pain. And so there's actually like a good little thing between Sid and Fink where, sometimes I don't have the hammers and stuff to break open like the crab food that I get.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Fink
Yeah.
is pretty good about ripping up, claw, like
Sure, yeah.
crab hands and stuff. So he's going to use that technique too.
Yes, the well-established rat crab technique.
Just rip it open with his rat teeth,
Yeah,
He's
sure,
got those
that
big
old
front
story.
teeth,
Make an attack roll.
Yeah. With advantage.
Yes, because Con is there.
16.
16 is the AC. Yeah, you hit.
Nice. Okay. So then he's going to rip up that claw hand.
Yeah,
5.
5 points. He he basically just starts like gnawing at the claw that holds him, but he hasn't quite got free, and like, you know, he's making it a dent.
I would like to
into
make
it.
my, my throw to get out of the grab, though. Is that?
Let me consult my rules. Yeah, you can make an action to try to get out of it.
Oh, well, if it's a whole action, I just figured that if I was grappled, but
Yeah, go on. We'll make we'll do an opposed strength check.
normally at the end of the turn.
Yeah.
I think it's a break free at the end, right?
17.
Even with changing dice, I still managed to roll another 5.
So then he gnaws on it enough to get slimy.
Yeah, he just gets so slobbery that it just like slips out, doing a little bit of damage as he scrapes down. But it is the monster's turn. It's one free pincer will go against Con. That is a 15 on the dice, so that's going to hit.
That hits.
That is 17 points of damage against Con.
17.
That's
all right.
And you're grappled, so now you need to take a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Con saving throw, is it?
Yeah.
This is a con saved. Save con.
See, an impressive saving throw. If you
7 plus 4. No, 11.
These tentacles again whip out, kind of like getting all like the cracks of your armor, like start, you know, piercing into your skin. You feel yourself like
fucking disgusting.
You feel yourself like start to climb up. You are effectively paralyzed. It is going to take a second attack against you as it squeezes into a theme for Con being paralyzed in the past couple episodes. That's an 18 on the dice and a 17 on the dice. This is a much better dice apart from that one time I rolled a 5.
It's not like this dice as much as the previous dice.
You take 13 points of damage as you are beginning to be squeezed.
Solid 30 points of damage. That's fine.
And you see kind of it like rears back, knowing it's in like mortal danger, starts to flee towards the docks and safety of the water.
What are you doing, Scotland?
Nah. Sid's ready for this.
Well, Melody will you had a inspiration.
I did have an inspiration, but I didn't think to use it.
You didn't
I
think
am
to
now
use it.
paralyzed and in a crab claw.
Well, there you
Let
go.
that be it.
Melody will look at you and be like, well, Con's not using my inspiration, so I guess you'll
Cheers.
who will inspire you.
Okay.
And then we'll do another healing word on Con.
Very nice.
8 points of healing to Con.
Grand.
And it is Sid's turn.
Yeah. Sid's like, no, man, you aren't getting away, especially with my friend in your claw. Yeah, I'm gonna attack you.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do this. So yeah, you said.
You have an inspiration if you need it.
Yep, I do. So because I was a 15, so what's a 1d4?
D6.
Oh, nice. Exactly enough. 16.
Yeah, hits.
So yeah, then I'm going to do my damage then. Shoot it with the. So I've dropped down onto the one knee again.
Sid loves being on one knee for some reason. This
Because it's really good, like, to stay
It's
balanced.
steady,
You know,
because
it's
you have
steady.
3 points of
Because he's an
contact
archer. Yeah.
instead of 2.
Yeah. We call him Tripod Sid.
And with that, we are getting max damage on 2 of the die. So this is a lot of damage. That is 23 points of damage.
Please describe to me how you.
Okay, so being a crab, it's
God.
probably got a big old booty do on the back of it, you know?
All right.
Crabs-
We're learning weird things about Ryan. this episode.
Crab's got a big old back end, you know? Like, especially because when I was drawing it,
Donk. Yeah.
it does.
Yonder crawdad.
So,
Crawdaddy?
yeah. So it's got that big old back end, you know, which is a pretty big target. And, you know, it's going woo, 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 like skittling away toward
Yeah.
there. And I'm going to just, on my, 3 points, like there.
Yeah.
And fire it right up that booty do,
Yeah. It unceremoniously.
causing all of its guts and food to shoot out of its mouth and everything.
Sure.
It's not even the damage. The crab just wants to give up living at that point.
It's just like,
Mostly because if he's still got Khan in his hand, he'd be vomiting all over him from this arrow.
Khan
going
definitely
through.
gets fully vomited over. And Khan is paralyzed, so can't do anything about it.
And I was paralyzed with, like, in a screaming gesture as well. So like,
Oh no, that's so disgusting. Okay. And with that, this giant Crabalante / Krabby / Kingler / Zoidberg apparently towards the end
the
falls,
crobster.
releasing Khan from its grip. Khan, you eventually come to from the paralytic
immediately
poison.
sprint into the lake.
Okay, Khan sprints into the lake, and we'll find out what he's going to do in that lake on the next episode of Heartfire Tales.
Yay!
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 Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Thank you, as always, to my players for playing.
No.
If you want to show your support, it would be great if you liked our podcast, if you shared it, if you told a friend. That would be fantastic. Leave us reviews. Just do anything. We'll take anything at this point.
Starve for attention.
Go to your local pet shop and
Adopt a rat.
Return something.
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, until next time. If you want to catch us on any of our socials, we're Heartfire Tales on everything. We all have our own social media. I'm Matt Dylan Dragons. And is anyone else wants to plug anything?
I'm at Qui-Gon Jim.
talk to me on Instagram. You can find me. It's what's my Instagram name?
Ryan is a bear, I think, right?
Yeah, Ryan is a
Yeah,
bear.
that's
nice. So that is it from us. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Later.
We've never done this before. Why are we doing this
I
now?
just want to see if I could get it to time up nicely. So it sounds like I have a full orchestra behind me.
Crabalante.
Crablante.
Amazing.